Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and we are going to be here reacting to the Nasus reveal. I mean, what else is there to say? Let's jump right into it.
The cycle
Whoa,
begins.
that's fast. What the? Okay, new keyword, slay. You get a credit for slaying any ally or enemy if one of your cards kills it via damage, strike, or direct kill effect. Okay, 6 mana 2/2. I have +1/+1 for each unit you've slain. Game. This reminds me of They Who Endure. When I strike for 10+ damage. So basically he has this is a Vi level up. Wow. Hush destroys him. Alright. Bacta Reaper. 1 mana, 1/2. When you slay a unit, grant me +1.
Agreed. Punishment if I serve as an example.
Ooh. Kill it, and then they yeah. Ooh. Okay.
Through death.
What? 5
5
mana, Siphoning Strike. An ally strikes a unit. If it dies, grant the allied champions everywhere +2/+2. Oh my gosh, what? That's crazy, dude.
Expansive eternity stretched out before me.
Alright. Oh, he has Spell Shield. Oh, he gets Spell Shield. I have +1/+1 for every unit you slay in this game. Enemies have -1. Okay, and then obviously he's an Ascendant, so he has another level up.
Your spirit is hollow.
The mortals are ruined by their fear. Wow.
The sun disk rises and the cycle is complete.
Okay.
The wheel never stops turning.
Oh, yeah. 10/10 time. I have +1/+1 every unit playing this game. Enemies have -3. Ah, this is boring. Renekton got a whole new ability from his Ascended form. This is just stronger than his... I don't like this Ascended form.
Return
I mean,
to dust.
it's cool that he's 10/10. I think that's the big thing, but... yeah. Okay. Fine. Big stats. Understand. It makes sense. Nasus he stacks, so he's gonna stack stats. It's all coming together. It all makes sense. Go over to Mobalytics. Mobalytics. My friend. Let us see these new cards that you have in store for me. Ooh. So, 6 mana. Biggest comparison to this is They Who Endure. They Who Endure is 7 mana, and it starts as a 1/1. However, it has Overwhelm, which is an overwhelming difference in this case. I mean, this level up allows like enemies to have -1 attack, so a lot of units that have exactly 3 attack all of a sudden can't block him, and that's actually a pretty big deal. But in a sense, it's just like a champion version of They Who Endure. So, I mean, Nasus in League is a fairly simple champion who stacks alpha killing minions. So in that way, the transition from League to LOR, this is pretty accurate. It's just that this isn't interesting card design. It's not interesting. It's just big boy, get big, and then minus attack and get spell shield. But I will say, spell shield is what makes this might make this better than They Who Endure, because mostly because of atrocity. A lot of times with atrocity, you don't want to be the first one to strike because you're afraid of what the opponent might have. With the spell shield, you have a little bit more of that assurance. That's very nice. But, and I honestly think you don't want to run Nasus for the Ascended archetype, like the level 3 archetype, even though he's a slower champion. I just don't see it. I don't see it. But anyways, Siphoning Strike, yeah, we saw that. Back to Reaper, we saw that. Rampaging Bakaya. 5 mana, 4/6, Overwhelm. Play. If you've slain 4+ units this game, an ally and I strike each other. What? An enemy and I strike each other. Okay. So basically, if you've killed 4 units this game, then this is a single combat with a body for 5 mana. Alright. I mean, that's not bad. It's not bad removal. I mean, it makes up for his kind of underwhelming stats. Having this single combat effect is pretty good. Though it is kind of locked behind the fact that you would have to have killed a couple units. I like the slain keyword. I do. I just think it's a little unoriginal with Nasus. But it's whatever. Alright. A 0 mana. Bake Rampage. Rampaging Bake and an enemy strike each other. Wait, what? Okay, that's the skill. That's the skill. I was confused for a moment. I was confused. I had not looked at the complete card. My bad, my bad. Alright. 8 mana, 8/5. Fearsome. Play. If you've slain 13+ units this game, kill all enemy followers, then summon a copy of me. This is a one-sided ruination that needs as a body, but has, as a result, has a condition on it. I just honestly don't. You can't really. Okay, with Nasus, you can't escape Shadow Isles. I don't think. There's too many of killing your own units, effects that kill your own units that apply to slain, to not do it. And it's basically, I mean, the whole good thing about Ruination is the fact that it uses spell mana, so you can do it like on turn 6. But this is 1 mana less. It's one-sided, so you don't have the disadvantage of killing your own board. And it's a pretty decent body. So, that being said, that's pretty good. I think this card is pretty good, actually. You might run it with, like, this is not like a Ruination replacement. You would run it with Ruination in this kind of deck that you're looking for with Nasus and Shadow Isles. That's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing you would want. 7 mana Spirit Fire, burst speed spell. Give enemies -2 and round and deal 2 damage to me this round. Wait. Oh, okay. So a couple things to talk about. First, this is burst speed. I mean, for a full attack, this can completely destroy a full attack. But there's another card in the region that also does that and has better synergy and can also be uncounterable. Well, I'm not uncounterable, but there's a card that does a very similar thing. Rite of Domination. That is significantly less mana, and it's in the same region. So that, though this one does have the added effect of most likely killing those minions on the next round. So this is a very good anti-aggro effect, and it's burst speed, so it's pretty much uncounterable. Problem is the mana. Mana's a little bit, or really high. 3 more mana than Rite of Dominance for possibly removing the minion's next turn and stopping the attack this turn. I mean, I guess it's worth it. I think it is worth it overall, but it's definitely a toughie. Like, it's almost like an avalanche. It is almost like an avalanche. I think if you can, it's actually very comparable to avalanche but like doesn't share any of the weaknesses that avalanche has. Actually, Spiritfire, now that I think about it, is looking pretty nice. Of course, the biggest issue here is the 7 mana. You are going to have to be committing or floating and have a lot of mana for this to be effective, and you have to really think ahead when you use it. So we'll see. 7 mana might just be too much for this kind of card, but it might not be, and then you have something that can really screw over aggro. Alright, Rite of Calling. A 0 mana slow speed spell. Kill an ally or destroy one of your mana gems to draw a champion. Okay, wait a second. So we have more ways to kill our mana gems other than Rite of Dominance. That makes Unworthy slightly better. Not that this is an amazing card. The fact that it has to hit an enemy specifically an enemy follower, kind of takes me out of it. Takes me out of that card. But I like to see this idea, this concept of destroying a mana gem to get a benefit out of it. So and in this case, it's 0 mana, draw 1. Not even draw 1. Draw specifically the champion that you want, which is something that's very, very ideal for Shurima specifically, since a lot of the cards are based around leveling up a champion. So that's nice. Weight of Judgment. Oh man, we're just laying down that Egyptian vibe now with the scales and Alright, 4 mana slow speed. Deal 2 damage to a champion or 7 to a follower. Deal 2 to a champion or 7 to a follower. 7 damage to a follower, huh? Yo. Is this good? This is actually good, I think. I mean, dealing the 2 to a champion is a bit meh. However, you can still target a champion. And dealing 7 to a follower can be pretty big. But the problem is, it might not just be enough damage to a follower, because any of the... after a certain point, when it comes to followers' health, it doesn't really matter anymore. Like, this is not... Weight of Judgment is not going to kill Frostguard Thrall. It's not going to kill... it's definitely not going to kill champions like Talia. And I mean, for 4 mana... I mean, 4 mana kill a Grumpy Rock Bear is pretty good. Definitely can kill a lot of good followers, but again, it doesn't... a lot of the champions usually have 3 or more health. Some exceptions would be things like Lucian. So, I mean, the fact that it can target champions is good, but the fact of the matter is it won't kill any relevant champion. And the fact that this is slow speed really, honestly, kills the card even more. Though it is good against certain followers, but then you also have another card that is less mana. It also is a guaranteed kills on followers if you're looking for that sort of effect. That costs 2 less mana and is also slow. There's Weight of Judgment, meh. I'm feeling pretty meh about it. Ruinous Path. 2 mana, slow speed, draw 1. If you've slain a unit this round, drain 2 from the enemy Nexus. Okay, 2 mana, draw 1, drain 2. So you're healing 2 and drawing 1. This is good. I think this is good. I mean, the downside is you're passing initiative. That's the biggest downside for this card, that you're passing initiative. But otherwise, this is a good all-around effect. Honestly, the cards I'm most excited about are not Nasus, but just, Spirit Fire, Ruinous Path, and Sanctum. Everything else is like okay, but I'm like not the same excitement that I got with Lissandra. But hey, not every champion's gonna be a banger. Not everyone's gonna be a banger. With that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this gameplay as much as I have, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.